In this video, I want to show you how you can run an AI model inside vLLM as a service, and then you can attach an application on it. In a recent video, I did show you how to use Edge, our most recent model, and run it in a script. So you're running the script, the AI will look at an image or a video and then return the description. That's great for like a one shot, but what if you want to run it as a service? Have an application that runs and that use that AI connecting to it to process some information. So when you go on Hugging Face, first move outside, you could go here and say, hey, I want to use vLLM. And for many models, it will work, but for our models, you will need to use a plugin. So if you scroll here, we describe that and we say that we support vLLM, but we need a plugin. That's a GitHub repo, it's an open source project, and we have all the instruction here to run it. That's what I want to show you today, how to run it, and then we'll go attach an application and try it again, that model. Ready? Okay, so let's go in my terminal. So here I am connected to my Windows machine. If we look, I am in WSL and it's running Ubuntu. The first step is to clone that repository. So I have all the commands here, so you don't watch me typing. So you clone the repo, that's easy, and then we go into it. Great, so that's done. So now you need to use, well, you could use Pimp. I prefer using UV. UV is done by Astral, is a package and project manager that is really, really fast. I think it's written in Rust, very interesting. So to install it, the easiest way is to go on Astral website and check. It's one command and you will have it. So this will update our environment. Perfect. Let's clear the screen. So now we want to install the Hugging Face hub. Well, we need that model because we did install the plugin, but we need to download the model. So that's why we needed the Hugging Face hub, and that command here will download the model Reka Edge 2603 and put it in the model directory. That can take a little bit of time since it is a fairly large model. Great, now it's done. So let's just get back to the top of the screen. Okay, so the next command is really to start that service, and it's uv run bash serve. That's a script that is part of the plugin that just initializes a bunch of stuff, and we pass the model we want. On my machine, my graphic card is good, but not big enough to run that model. So I need to tweak it a little bit. So first, instead what I will do is I will pass some parameter. If you look, let me just bring that here. Voila. So if you look in that serve.sh, you will see that those are variables that you could override if you want, and you could see the default value. So depending on the graphic card and the computer you have, you may have to tweak those. You can always ask AI to help you, guide you, fine tuning it. We did put some information on the GitHub repo, but here it is. So if I do that, then it will start vLLM and kind of load the model and stuff like that. It can take a few seconds to do everything, depending on the power of your computer. Okay, great. So now the model is up and running and it's waiting for HTTP call. So let's start that web application and we'll try it. So here I go. So I have an application. So now we're back on my Mac and I have an application that I could start. So we'll just start that application. It's running a container on the port 8080, as we can see here. So let's go back to our browser and I will open the localhost 8080. Voila. So I have my website. So now let's create a connection. So I will add a connection. I will call it local. It's not local on this specific computer, but it will be local on my own network. So as you can see here, the IP address is 192.168. It's totally local. I don't need an API key because I'm local, but I can type whatever. And the model is Reka Edge 2603, so I could test. It works, I can save it. Great, so now I go back. So now I'm ready to analyze some images and video. So let's give it a try. So we'll load some media, and you know what? Let's make some fun with my own face. So I'm not shy. So as you can see here, it's an image, but there's no description. So one thing I could do is I could try to fill it with AI. Oh, because I need to select. So I select a connection, and now I can fill with AI. Oh, you know what? And let's not maximize this so we could see through the, let's minimize VS Code and go up here. So under the hood, we could see through my SSH session, we could see here at the bottom that the other computer is working. In fact, maybe if I do it this way, I don't want to go too small because I don't want to hide too much information. But here, so we see in the background that other computer, that SSH session, I didn't start it as a service. You could do that, but today I just want to show you that you can run it. Obviously, if it was like a server, you start it as a server, so it's always running. And here I have it. So I have a description and this middle-aged man and a blue zip hoodie and stuff like that. So we can save that description. Another thing that this model is really good at is detecting information. So here I could say, hey, do you see a nose, right? So I could try to detect this. And we say again, the model working, and eventually we should see some red square showing up. So if I zoom it, we can see it detected the nose. That's great. So now as you're developing, you could use a local model to save some credits. And if you want, you could also use the same model available on Open Router or the Reka API. So let's try that to see the difference. So let's edit our connection. Let's add a new connection. And this one, we'll call it Reka APIs. And I will be calling directly the API. There, I will definitely need API key. So for that, here I have it saved in my quick notes. But obviously, you go on the platform.reka.ai and you will be able to get your key. You should, because you can have free credit every month. And again, Reka Edge is our model. So I test. Voila, it's successful. So I will save it. So now if I go back, let's change the session. So now I will be using Reka API. And let's say I want to detect glasses. So now I could try to detect it. We can see that it's way faster. Obviously, our server are stronger than my computer. If I check here, can you see my partial end? Yes, so it's working. And we could also, let's try with a video. If I go and I run the video, so I could analyze with AI. It's very, very fast when you're running it all obviously on the host server, but you can do it. So let's say you have a few video and images and you want to have a description, maybe create tags, detect information in the video, you could run that model and let it go through crunching all your images. So in the description down below, I will share all the link to the Hugging Face, the plugin, and even this project if you're interested. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm very interested to see what you are building or what you want to know. See you in the next one.